I'm a creative director and content creator, and most of my work gets done here at my desk. I write, design, edit, and attend video meetings. So having a setup that can accommodate all of these scenarios is important to me. Hello, I'm Matthew Encina, and in this video, I'll share some of my favorite desk accessories that improve the quality of how I work. Before I begin, I want to thank Anker for sponsoring this video. A few months ago, I shared a video showcasing the core elements of my MacBook desk setup. Since then, I've added a few more accessories that have streamlined my workflow. I'll show you how I use each of these items in a variety of scenarios to give you a better idea of how I use them and the utility of each accessory. I'll also share how I use the note-taking kit, a product I designed in collaboration with GrowMade, within these workflows. I'll leave links to everything in the description if you're interested in anything you see here. I take video calls often for work, and it's important for me to look and sound professional. In my previous home setups, I've used a DSLR or mirrorless camera because of the image quality. But here at my studio, I've been using the Opal C1 webcam, which offers a similar high-quality video in a compact size. I can manually customize the exposure and color settings to my liking, so my appearance doesn't shift drastically as it does with most other webcams that use automatic settings. I have mine mounted on top of my light bar using 3M command strips. While a good picture is important, there's nothing more frustrating than being on a call with someone you can't hear clearly. While the Opal C1 has a good microphone on it, I prefer using a dedicated directional microphone. The problem is, most microphones need a boom arm, and for me, those add too much visual clutter because they're so bulky. So I came up with this solution using a super clamp and gooseneck arm, which holds my microphone and mounts onto my monitor arm. When it's time for a call, I bend the microphone from behind my monitor and orient it towards me. The MKE 600 supercardioid microphone captures audio from the front and minimizes sounds from the sides and back, which is perfect for my office since it's very echoey and occasionally noisy from the street. I connect my microphone to my Rode audio interface via XLR, which plugs into the hub my laptop is connected to. Here's a sample of what this setup looks and sounds like. This is a sound test of the Opal C1 with the onboard mic. This is a test of the Opal C1 with the MKE 600. Ahead of each call, I may have some questions or points I want to bring up, in which case I jot them down on my notepad and place them on my display rail, making them easy to reference during a conversation. When I'm on a call, I listen and capture key points as they come up. I like to use both sides of the notepad paper, so I number each page at the top corner. When I'm done with my call, I reset my setup and put away the mic out of sight. I move my notes onto the display rail so I can transcribe them into Notion, or put them aside in the vertical organizer to reference later. Most of my creative work consists of writing and designing. One type of accessory I'm completely obsessed with is custom mechanical keyboards, a hobby that has brought me so much joy. I rotate keyboards often, but my favorite to type on at the moment is the Envoy by Mod. I recently built this configuration out of polycarbonate and copper using Gateron raw switches and GMK minimal keycaps. This keyboard provides a soft typing experience with a pleasant sound, making the process of writing a little more enjoyable. When I'm doing graphic design or 3D work, I often sketch out my ideas first, many of which I store in this GrowMade notebook. Once I'm happy with a concept and I'm ready to translate into 3D models or floor plans, I prop up the notebook on the display rail for reference while I'm working on the screen. When I'm doing design work, I often have to explore multiple ideas, whether it's wireframes, user workflows, or visual design work. I like using these reusable whiteboard papers by Swipies. They work in conjunction with my display rail, which prop up so I can translate my ideas into a digital space. I store these along with my markers, spray bottle, and cleaning cloth inside my desk shelf. Having a desk shelf with trays gives me so much additional desktop storage and helps me organize the tools I use most. A good portion of the work I do involves creating video content. Attention to detail is required because there are many steps and layers involved in making compelling content. One aspect of my videos I've been trying to improve is color. I'm comfortable with the concepts of color grading, but the process for me is a bit slow. I recently got the Tourbox Elite, a compact controller with programmable buttons and jog wheels, which has sped up my color workflow. With this, I can quickly navigate through menus and parameters to dial in the details of exposure, hue, and values. Two things I really enjoy about the Tourbox Elite are the optional screen overlay for menus, which makes it easy for me to see what I'm doing, and the haptic feedback. This gives a satisfying click when turning any of the wheels. With video, half of the experience is audio, and I believe even the smallest nuances can make the biggest difference. I use my TMA2 headphones to listen to audio details which I can't hear over my speakers. This helps me balance the elements of voiceover, in-camera sounds, and music. I build my video projects in layers, iterative cycles of creating and critiquing. Every time I complete a pass of work, I review it and take note of what can be improved, such as pacing, story, and colors. I create a task list for myself and work through it in the next pass. I repeat this process over and over to refine my videos until the deadline. While most of my tasks take place at my desk, there are many areas around the office where I work. It's important that wherever I am, I have access to power from my devices, and that's where Anker, the sponsor of this video, comes in. Anker, the world's #1 mobile charging brand in retail sales, just released their flagship Anker Prime lineup, which consists of multi-device USB-C fast charging accessories. The 250-watt power bank can fast charge up to 3 laptops or devices at once and provides a capacity of 27,650 mAh. This helps me keep my devices charged even if I don't have access to an outlet. When I need to recharge the power bank, I can do so wirelessly on the charging base, which also has additional ports. When I'm at my desk and need quick access to power, I use the 240-watt desktop charger, which has 4 ports that can fast charge 2 laptops at the same time. It takes up little space in the corner of my desk. No matter where I'm at in the office, I can charge everything, everywhere, all at once. Thanks to Anker for sponsoring this video. And that ends the tour of the desk accessories I'm currently using in my creative work. You don't need any of these tools to do good work, but if you're looking for ways to optimize your workflow and have an appreciation for beautifully designed objects, then these accessories might be useful for you. If you're curious about anything featured in this video, check out the links in the description below. And if you have any questions about how I work, ask in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them in upcoming content. With that out of the way, it's time to get back to work.